One of the most common pieces of advice I would hear as a young entrepreneur, I still hear, and I know you guys are hearing too, is that you need to build out your systems. It's actually a piece of advice I give to my coaching clients quite often. But what the heck does that mean? You may be asking, okay, what is a system? Is it software? Is it hiring employees? Like, what the heck is a system? So today I'm going to break this down so you know exactly what a system is and the beginner basic systems that you must have in your solo beauty business. So keep listening. I'm going to break it all down for you. Welcome to The Rebel Show, the podcast for estheticians who want to grow their business, master social media, and perfect their waxing technique. I'm Brie Mesquit, esthetician, business coach, and founder of Rebel Wax and First to Market Wax Pads. I built a 6-figure clientele, a 7-figure brand, and have trained over 15,000 waxers through my in-person and online courses. Are you struggling to book clients or market yourself? You're in the right place. Each week, I bring real business strategies, waxing education, and no BS advice to help you grow. Let's get into it. Before we dive in, I have a big favor to ask you. Please subscribe. If you guys are here on a weekly basis, you're gaining any sort of value from this, please make sure that you have that subscribe button pressed. There are so many people coming up to us at this past trade show saying that they tune in, and it makes me so happy. And literally just subscribing does so much more for us in the show and being able to continue on than you can even imagine. So if you could check that first, and then we will get straight into what is a system. First two questions. What is a system? And then why do entrepreneurs need them? A system is simply a set of steps that you follow in order to complete something. So that's the most basic form. So a system, let's make it super basic, brushing your teeth. You pull your toothbrush out from the drawer or wherever it is that you have it stored. I wet it first. Then I pull out my toothpaste, put the toothpaste on the toothbrush, brush your teeth, rinse the toothbrush, spit, etc., etc. That is actually a system. That is a system for brushing your teeth and having a nice, clean, fresh mouth. So that is a system. So it's something that you need to be creating these systems for your business. So here's another good example. Say you're baking cookies. If you know the ingredients that are needed, but you just throw them all in, mix it up, do whatever, you don't follow the steps in the actual recipe, each batch is going to come out differently. But if you have a system and a set of steps that you follow, the ingredients going in at the right time, the mixing, the timing, the heat of the oven, that is a system, and you can be assured that the cookies are going to come out the same way every single time. So this is a predictable way to produce the outcome that it is that you are looking for. Like another way to think of this, and I like calling them little machines. It's like building out the machine, and once you build it for the first time, then you simply follow it and it keeps producing the same results for you over and over and over. So let's break down to what is the difference between having a goal versus a system. So a goal would be something like, I want to gain 20 new clients. But the system is maybe every Monday I film content. Every Tuesday I edit the content. Every Thursday, I reach out to 100 local people on Instagram. Every Friday, I respond to all my Google reviews. So that would be the system that and that's not the exact system. If you guys want to know how I gained almost 400 clients now, go ahead and check out this podcast. I break all that down so that you can have a client building machine. But this is just a really general overview of that. So we don't want to write, I need new clients. I want 20 new clients. It's what is the system that I'm going to follow? What are the inputs I'm putting in order to make that a reality, okay? Speaking of systems, this is a perfect time to tell you guys about our sponsor, GlossGenius. I'm so grateful to them for sponsoring this show, but I'm even more grateful for their amazing software that they have. I personally use it at Rebel Wax Studio, and when you talk about systems, it is already built out for you within GlossGenius. I'm talking reminders for new clients, automations, booking, online booking without you having to do anything, no apps to download, inventory tracking, even payroll. I have a team of 2 and we love GlossGenius. It works so well and it's helped me build out these systems. And also I didn't have to build a lot of them because they were already pre-plugged in using their software. Also, I have to say their transaction fees, I am so grateful for. I've been talking to a lot of entrepreneurs lately and the credit card processing fees that I see them paying is insane. GlossGenius is 2.6 flat rate, no other hidden fees. Really helps keep our profits higher and allows me to pay my staff really well too. So if you'd like to check out GlossGenius, which I highly recommend you do, you can get 2 months for free of their premium plans. I'm personally on Gold, highly recommend it. Go ahead and use code REBEL at checkout. The link will be in the description below. So next question now is, which systems should you have built out as a solo esthetician, okay? I'm going to break down 8 for you, but before you panic and you click out of this because you're like, this is too much, I want you to pick 1. So this week, you are going to write down the 1 that you are going to build, and we're just chipping away at it 1 at a time. Do not overwhelm yourself with doing all 8 at one time. I tend to do that for myself. I'm building out systems right now, so I just commit to at least 2 or 3 a week. I did one this morning in the warehouse on exactly how to stock these shelves for our hard wax. I talked into chat, got it done, and it's done. Now I can chill until I have another one to do later this week. So I have a system for creating the systems. You guys, this sounds crazy, I know, but I'm telling you, if you want to grow, you want to scale, and you want to eventually hire, it's the only way it can be done. And I've put it off way too long. So I hope you guys can learn from my mistake on that one. The first machine, the first system is going to be the client machine. So where are your next clients coming from? Social media, your Google business profile, referrals, local networking. What events are you going to attend? Collaborations, community events. That kind of goes hand in hand with the networking. And then following up with old clients. You need to create a system behind this. So I do break it down in other episodes. But for example, social media. How many times a week are you going to be posting? Okay, you know that. So then create a system for being able to allow yourself to do that. Batch shooting. Today, podcast. We post a new podcast every Monday. So we have a system. We batch shoot. I do my best to get 4 episodes. Today, I have 4 episodes mapped out. I'm going to film them all today. And then we have a system of when they will be edited, when it will be completed by, when I plug in the title and the description and have everything ready and scheduled to post the next Monday. We have a system built for that. You guys need to have a system built out for your social media as well. Your Google business profile. You should be doing a Google post at least once weekly. So having an admin day and having this be part of your admin day. Referrals, making sure that you're mentioning this to clients who have been into you, I would say 3+ times. Ask them, hey, I know you've been seeing me for a little while now. Do you have any friends that you could refer? Here's some referral cards, and we do send me 3, get 1 for free. Local networking and the community events. Keep plugged in. What's going on in your community? What makes sense for you to be able to attend to meet other local women or business owners, or be able to naturally share your business and just make yourself more known in the community. Put them on your calendar. Look ahead, plan them, put them on your calendar, and then show up. That's the biggest thing. Yeah, we put it on our calendar, but you got to show up, okay? And then have a plan. Have your business cards, have new client promo cards, ask people lots of questions about themselves. Okay, I'm getting too much into each point. This is just what you need to build is the client machine. Go check out my other podcast directly talking about exactly what to be doing on a weekly basis and daily basis in order to build your clientele. All right, so you should never wonder, where's my next client coming from? So for example, like at my studio right now, we're almost fully booked. We're killing it over there. It's also summertime, so that is very helpful. But I don't pump the brakes on anything just because we're fully booked. We're still doing our daily and weekly lists, our tasks, our system that we built so that we keep those clients coming. All right, number 2 is going to be your marketing machine. So that goes beyond just your your clients. You're keeping top of mind. You're keeping people thinking about you. So what could be under this too is like your emails, your weekly emails. You can kind of honestly combine the client and marketing. It needs to get broken down a little bit more once you get to a certain level. They are very separate, different things. But I would say at a solo entrepreneur level, really these two go hand in hand, and I should have caught that earlier. Posting on your stories, repurposing old content, they really go hand in hand. So let's make that all machine number one, which is gaining new clients and your marketing machine, because marketing is also not just for new clients, but retaining your current clients and reinstating past clients that have overlaps and haven't been in with you for a little while. All right, our next system is going to be the client experience system or machine. So everything that happens after they book. So are they getting the booking confirmation, a reminder text? You provide consultations. If you're someone who's doing facials, maybe you do hair, you need a mini consultation before they come in, so you're prepared and you know how to prep for this client, what supplies are needed, then providing the actual service, the aftercare, the rebooking, the asking for the review, the follow-up text. So you need to have that same experience systemized and written down. So beyond just having the system can't live in our head. It needs to be written down. So for my girls at the studio, they know every new client, we actually reach out and text them ahead of time. We send them a little map so they know exactly how to find us. A lot of people get confused when they go somewhere for the first time. We have a system for getting them to rebook, letting them know about our new client package, letting them know about the aftercare that we recommend for them. We text them 24 hours afterwards and ask how their skin's feeling. Like, we have a system and client experience that every single client goes through. So it's very consistent and there's no guessing. They know they come in, they get there early, turn on their wax spot, and while it's heating up, they're going through their schedule and following these systems that we have set up. All right, the next system that you need is inventory. So again, GlossGenius comes in so clutch for this. We use their inventory system that's built in, and it is amazing. Oh my gosh, it makes it so much easier for me, less stress. We never run out of things. So my girls know that they take anytime anything leaves the storage closet, it gets taken out of inventory so that their rooms are fully stocked, but those items in their rooms actively being used is not within our inventory. I'm only getting the back inventory view. So when I log in and I see everything, I can see what's starting to be low, but will never actually truly run out because they have their rooms fully stocked. And that's part of their system for closing out at the end of the day, is they need a fully stocked cotton rounds, their body waxing sticks, facial waxing sticks, fill their cleanser, fill their pre-wax oil, fill up their Cavicide spray, make sure they have enough gloves, stir sticks, paper towels, all of it. Their room's fully stocked, ready to go for the next day. And then they know through the inventory system to alert me. So actually, GlossGenius, you could put a low amount, like a low alert. So if we get down to 2 bags of wax left, then I get an alert and I know that we need to send over wax to the studio. So creating a system for inventory has been an absolute game changer, because when I was solo, I was running out of things constantly until I learned this and created a system for myself. And I had to do it old school. I had Excel sheets and I would print them out, and it was a nightmare. So GlossGenius Inventory Tracker makes it so easy, but that's one of the systems you need to have. And if wax is a problem, get on our subscription. You're earning 10% off, 15% after your 4th order on any Rebel Wax subscription. That includes hard wax, soft wax, and some of our other supplies as well. You can check out the link below. I'll put our link to what is available for subscriptions, but that just makes it so easy. So then it automatically shows up for you. You can skip, you can cancel. I don't recommend canceling. At least skip or put it on pause so you can earn your way towards that 15% lifetime percentage off once you hit that 4th order. But you can skip. You can change the timing of it. Maybe during the summer, you need every 30 days, and then you can stretch that out during the winter. Whatever you need, it's very, very flexible. But that's something that can really help with any inventory issues. You can't run out of wax. It's not the end of the world if you run out of cotton rounds or paper towels or sticks. You can run to the store and get something. But wax, that is not something you want to be running out of. Next is a system for organizing all of this. So how do you store everything? Again, you can't just store it in your brain, like I said. So examples are Asana. That's what my team and I use. I love it. Anytime I think of something that I need to do as a task, I'll go ahead and plug it in on Asana. Even just your notepad, have a running notepad. I do that all the time for podcast episodes, for everything really, but a lot of times with podcasts. So I have a note in my phone that says podcast to film, and anytime something comes to mind, like this one, I just put it on my phone. Systems, talk about systems. I would say Asana and notes on your phone are going to be the two best routes to go for getting everything out of your brain and onto something tangible that you can come back to. Also, don't be afraid to utilize ChatGPT. I talk into ChatGPT all the time. That's how I created my SOP. What's an SOP? Standardized operating procedure. So it's a list of steps that people have to follow in order to stock the shelves. That's what I created the SOP for. I just talked to ChatGPT as I was looking at everything, and as I was doing it, I talked through all the steps, so I don't have to sit there and write everything nice and neatly. I can just brain dump, and then it put it into a nice organized sheet, and then I went through and edited a few things that it got wrong. So you need to have a plan for getting things out of your brain onto paper or onto your computer, onto your phone. That's easy to find, okay? The next, and this one's really, really important, is how do you take care of yourself? You guys, I have lost over 85 pounds now in the past 3 years, and my business has completely exploded. As my weight came down, our revenue went up, and that really is not a coincidence. My business coach, when I hired him, first started working with him, I was already started on my health and fitness journey. I think I had lost like 20 pounds at that time. That was one of the first things he said to me is get in the gym, get your macros straight, start focusing on your health and fitness, lose the weight, and you're going to see a big growth in your business just from that alone. And he was right. Oh my goodness. Even this summer, I have not been in the gym as much as I would like to be. Totally, it's an excuse to say because of all the stuff we have going on. If I prioritized it, I definitely could, but I have been taking a bit of a break. I worked out over our past trip and I feel so much better. So it just makes such a huge difference. I can feel it. I can feel it when I haven't been going to the gym regularly, and it has nothing to do with weight anymore at this point. It's how your brain functions, how you feel. It's so important. So create a system for that. So my personal system is when my kids are in school, my husband and I we're blessed to work full time together. So we both drive our kids to school, drop them off, go to the gym. So that's our first thing we do. So beyond that, for the system, it's like it actually starts the evening before. I make sure my gym bag is packed and ready to go. So in the morning, all I have to do is get dressed in my clothes. I have my change of clothes. I have my toiletry bag and everything already packed in my gym bag. Drop the kids off, go to the gym. I have a workout plan that I'm following, so I don't have to think about what I'm doing at the gym. I follow that plan. I shower. I get myself dressed and ready for the day, and now I'm done. Now I can get to work. So that in itself is a system, and it's really important. Don't skip on this. If you're going to pick one system like I recommended to get started on and to build out, it's this one. This will feed into everything else. You're going to have so much more clarity, so much more confidence. You're going to have so much more energy to be able to complete the rest of the things if you are taking care of yourself first. So super, super important. Last one, and I feel like people don't pay enough attention to this one. This would be a system for learning, for how do you continue to pour into yourself and to advance and to expand. It's through learning. So maybe you commit, your system is you read 10 pages of a book every day. Or maybe it's, for me, my system for learning was my commute to work was always a podcast or some sort of learning audio. It could be an audio book, but I would always be doing that rather than listening to the radio or listening to music. It could be attending a class. Maybe you commit to once a quarter, you attend a class, or my free webinar. That's a shameless plug. I'm going to be doing a webinar with GlossGenius on August 4th. I'm going actually through, this is perfect timing. It's my full marketing machine. Kind of forgot about that until right now. So that's perfect. So come join us. I'll put the RSVP link below. That would be great. That's part of learning. That's creating a system. I'm going to commit to go to Bree's webinar this month, watching YouTube intentionally learning. And okay, here's one thing though, when it comes to learning. Sometimes we can habitually continue to stack or acquire more information, but without utilizing it. So this can turn into tactical avoidance when you're like, but I'm learning. I watched a video every day. Okay, but did it create any sort of action or different behavior from you? If no, then it's a waste of your time, quite honestly. I know that's kind of harsh, but it really is. So when you are learning, do one thing at a time. What are you struggling with the most right now? Like even with my podcast, you don't have to listen to every single podcast. Maybe you're in a season right now of, I need to build my clients. Like really, I need new clients in bad. So then go through and listen to only my podcasts that talk about building new clients or how to gain your clientele, and get that going, build out that system for that, be consistent with it, and then bring in something else. So you guys try not to do everything at once. Try not to absorb information about everything at once. I get stuck in that all the time. And then I end up doing nothing because I'm just like, there's 20 things that I could be doing that would completely blow up our business, but none of it ends up happening because I'm too all over the place. So I fall into that a lot. So again, try to learn from my mistakes. Okay, so how do we build out a system? So here is a simple framework. Number one is, what is something that you repeat? So like for us, I'm thinking, posting on social media, that's something we repeat. Checking clients in, checking clients out. Coming in at the beginning of your shift, like what do you do to get your room ready? What do you do on closeout, to get your room ready before you leave? So that's something we do every day. We open up the studio, we come into our room, we get it ready for our client. So that's number one, okay? So if it's something that you repeat, then it deserves to have a system. Write every single step down. So literally when I was building this out for my new hire at the studio, I got on ChatGPT and just started talking to it. Okay, walk into the studio, turn front lights on, go into check AC, go into treatment room, turn wax pot on, make sure dial's turned all the way up, go to front desk, I forgot clock in. So I went through the whole step and just talked to ChatGPT as I'm like doing it, and then it documented it for me. It's so easy. We have no excuses anymore, you guys. Literally, we have no excuses. It's all how you prompt it too. I'm building out SOPs for my business, for myself right now, with the intention of being able to hire in the future and make it super simple for someone to follow all the steps that I'm already doing. I just need to document it. Please create a simple SOP of your setup, your daily setup, and then just talk. And then I will put it all. It's so easy. I'm telling you. Okay, so that's that. Step 3, ask yourself, is there anything to simplify in this? And I do that so often, like actually earlier with stocking the shelves, getting into, and it's very cool at this level too for me. It's like, that's an area where I'm not plugged in very often at all. I usually am not packaging orders. I needed to jump in. Yes, we came in today to just kind of catch up from our trip. But then once I get in there, I'm like, this is way overcomplicated. Like there's 5 bags per box. There's 5, it stacks 5. Then we go 2 deep, 7 wide. So then I'm like, okay, let's just simplify it. If you have 6 missing spots, now go 5 high. Now you go get 5 boxes. So getting plugged in too, sometimes to the areas where I'm not normally. Sometimes I'm able to come in with fresh eyes and make things simpler for my team too. So right now you want to think forward of, how can I make this simple for me right now, but how can I make this simpler for someone that I'm going to pass this along to eventually one day? And then is there a way to automate it? So for example, when I was on we just came from Hawaii. It was the best trip ever. I literally want to move there. I keep telling my husband that. We're not, don't worry. But when we were there, I had to run payroll. So I'm like calculating all this stuff. Like, I'm like, oh my God, there's got to be a better way. So I was able to create a calculator that like, I just take the PDF, plug it in, and it does all the math for me now. Super freaking cool. So I automated it, and guess what? Now I can delegate it to my assistant for her to do it and just tell me what number so I can plug it in onto my payroll. So always be asking yourself that. We want to simplify and delegate as much as we can so that you can continue to just do what your zone of genius is. The thing that you can't ever give away to anyone else is servicing your clients. Yes, you can hire commission waxers, but for you in this stage right now, being a solo esthetician, you're the one providing the services for your clients. Okay, I went on a little bit of a side rant. I apologize. All right, so then step 4 is now test it. So what I will do is this SOP I just created for stocking the shelves, I'm going to print it out, and then I'm going to have a red pen on me because I know that it's going to need some sort of improvement, and I'm going to follow it step by step as if I don't know. I'm brand new and I don't know how to do this, and I'm just going to follow the steps and see, is it clear? Like, does it make sense? Is there any improvements that need to be made? And then I'll make a note and then make sure to edit that. And then you just put it out there, start following it. And then every once in a while, there will be systems that need to improve or they change. Like for us, what the systems I created for when we used to have about 20 orders a day completely broke once we're at 50, 100 orders a day. So some of these systems will need editing or need updating, but just get it started. Don't worry about perfect. We don't need perfect. Guess what? A kind of crappy system written out is going to be a lot better than just a system living in your head, which I would bet 99% of you probably don't have any systems written out. I know that was me, so don't feel bad about it, but we're going to change that today. You're going to pick one and you're going to start building on that. All right, so if you're listening to this and thinking, oh my gosh, I don't have any of those, please don't panic. It's okay, but now you know. You don't know what you don't know, but now you know. So you don't have an excuse. You can't act like you didn't know what a system was. Act like you didn't realize that you needed one. I'm telling you, you need them. You need them. Okay? Period. So the goal now for you, your actionable step, pick one of these and go ahead and start working on it. How do you start working on it? Those steps I told you, but also go look for the podcast where I talked about it. I guarantee every single one of these that I have done a podcast on them. I will help you to give you the step-by-steps on what you need. Also ask yourself, what's something that causes me stress every week? What is it that every week that I have to do, it just is so stressful? I hate it. That's where you should start. So if you have an area, I know something just came to mind for you. For me, it was payroll. And that's an every 2-week thing I had to do. It's the way that we pay our waxers. There's a lot of math and a lot of calculations that need to be done. So it would always stress me out because I had to set aside like 40 minutes to do it, which I know that doesn't sound like a lot, but I just have so much going on that I'm like, I shouldn't be taking this much time on this. There's got to be an easier way. So I created the system, and you guys can do that too. So don't forget to subscribe again, like I asked at the beginning, and then share the show too. I would love if you could share it with another esthetician or even just entrepreneurs in general. A lot of this information works regardless of what industry you're in. So if you have a friend entrepreneur that you think this could be helpful for, I'd love if you send it their way. And then I will see you guys back next week.